Your car is cranking and cranking, but the engine just refuses to fire up. Or maybe it starts but runs so poorly that it feels like it is about to shake itself apart. This is exactly what happens when you run into the P0374 code, which means the timing reference high-resolution signal A has no pulses. To put it simply, your engine has lost its sense of time. Think of the powertrain control module, or PCEM, as the conductor of an orchestra, and the engine position sensors as the sheet music. If the conductor cannot see the music, they do not know when to tell the fuel injectors to spray, or when to tell the spark plugs to fire. This code usually involves a crankshaft or camshaft position sensor that uses either a Hall effect design with 3 wires or a permanent magnet design with 2 wires. The Hall effect style receives a 5-volt reference from the computer and sends a digital signal back, while the permanent magnet style generates its own AC voltage as a reluctor wheel spins past it. If that reluctor wheel, which is like a metallic clock face for your engine, has a broken tooth or is covered in gunk, the sensor cannot send a pulse and the PCEM just goes blind. You should start your diagnosis by looking at the wiring for any frays or bites from critters, because a broken wire is much cheaper to fix than a whole sensor. If the wiring looks solid, you will want to use a digital multimeter to check for that 5-volt reference and the ground. If you have an assistant, they can tap the ignition while you watch the voltage fluctuate, which proves the sensor is actually working. Another thing to watch out for is contaminated oil, because metal shavings can stick to the magnetic tip of the sensor and mess up the signal. If you find that the computer is not sending out that 5-volt reference, then you might, unfortunately, be looking at a failed powertrain control module. It is a good idea to always inspect the tone ring through the sensor hole if possible to make sure it is not wobbling or damaged. This code is a big deal because without a timing signal, your car is essentially a very heavy paperweight. Take your time to trace the circuits and ensure all connections are tight and clean to get your rhythm back on the road.